What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to BB's Collectibles. And today I have something really exciting for you guys. I think you're gonna like it. As you can see, spinning over there, I have the Rogue and Pyro Marvel Legends 2-pack. And as you can see, some of the box art on the back, it has Rogue and Pyro. And I think the pictures are really cool that they have there. Then as it turns to the side, you see we have just Pyro by himself. He looks really cool. As you can see, it's rotating to the front. You can see it says Marvel's Rogue and Marvel's Pyro. Has a nice spot varnished X-Men logo on the lower left side. And as you can see on this side, we have Rogue on her own, looking very nice. But enough with the packaging, let's go ahead and get into the figures. And we are back, and as you can see, we have both the figures out of the packaging. I think both of them look really nice. You can see them rotating there. Now I will be sectioning it off where I will go over Rogue by herself and Pyro by himself, but I just wanted to show you how they looked together, and I really like how they look. They're really cool. They look really nice. You can see them spinning there. But let's go ahead and start with Pyro. Now, as you can see, Pyro does come with 3 accessories here. He comes with 1 interchangeable head and 2 fire pieces. And let's just get a close-up on this head. So this head is like his, I guess, smirkish resting face head. I think it looks really good. I like how they blended his hair. It comes off like yellow and brown on camera, but in real life it's like a light brown with like shades of tan in it. It looks really nice. The orange and the eye contrast, like the orange for the mask and the red for the eye contrast, looks really nice. Now, on mine, I don't know about anybody else's, but I have like scratches on his chin. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or if that's like a manufacturer flaw, but I think it looks pretty good. And give me a second, I'll show you what his other head looks like. This is like his evil grin face, and yeah, so on this chin, I don't have it on there, so I'm not sure. It was probably something that went wrong. But anyway, this is his other head. I think it looks really nice. And these are the flame pieces that he came with. And I mean, well, he's Pyro, so he came with fire. So it looks pretty good. I think it's a reused like accessory in a lot of Marvel Legends with power effects, but the orange and the red contrasts on the paint look really nice. So yeah, that's all for Pyro as far as accessories. And here is Pyro standing by himself, and I gotta say, I really like this figure. I really like the colors, and I'll give you some close-ups of that in a moment. There's just a lot that I like about him, so let's let him spin around so you can kind of see him, and then I'll bring him closer to you so we can take a look at everything there is about him. So let's take him off of the wheel, and let's talk about his articulation. So, okay, yeah, we'll go over articulation first, and then we'll go over his overall paint. So as far as his head articulation, you can see he can look that way, he can look that way. He looks down pretty far. See, up. He looks up pretty far. He has minimal head pivoting. His shoulders, he can go into a T-pose, so that's nice. He does have butterfly joints. You can see those. Single jointed elbows, but they meet the 90-degree mark, so that's nice. And he has hinges on each of his wrists. Ab crunch. He can crunch forward 1 notch. He can crunch back 1 notch, and it's not hindered by his backpack here. He has waist rotation. You can see that. Legs. Kicks up that much. He can't really kick back that far. He has thigh swivel here. Double jointed knees, which is always nice. He does have a boot cut. You can see that rotate there. Ankles hinge up about that far and down. And he has nice ankle pivoting there. Okay, so now let's talk about his paint. So, I really like this paint. I'm gonna be real honest. It looks really nice. Like, it goes from orange to yellow to red like a flame, and it looks really nice. So, let's see. First, let me talk about this. This is a really nice red. It comes off as almost like magenta on the camera, but it's like a deep red. It looks really nice. And turn on the back. The backpack, it's like the same color. And if you know anything about Pyro, you know that he wears this because his mutant ability is that he's pyrokinetic, which means he controls fire, but he can't create fire. So he always has to wear this, like, I think propane-ish thing on his back so he can make the fire. And yeah, so that's why he wears that. But then you go from this nice red down to this yellow and orange, and I think they blended it really nice, if you can see that. Then it goes down to this deep red, which is almost the same color as that. I think it's really nice. So let me try and get him standing up straight. Let's go ahead and measure him real quick. At the tip of his hair, he's about 6.5 inches, but at the base of his head, he is exactly 6 inches. So, pretty much the standard height of Marvel Legends. But that is pretty much it for Pyro. So, let's put him away and let's get out Rogue. Now, as far as Rogue's accessories go, you can see she has 2 interchangeable hands, another fist for her right hand, and this like wide open hand for her left. She also does come with another head sculpt, which is this one right here. Let me see, focus. It's like her angry face, you can see. And the hair is the same as the other head. Let me pull that out for a comparison. You can see this is like her calm face and this is her angry face. And her hair is different in her angry face. I think that's a nice like variation. Like this is like very relaxed and then this is kind of like frantic. You can see that. Everything else looks pretty similar. So yeah, that's all for Rogue's accessories. So let's get into Rogue herself. So here you can see the Rogue figure standing by herself, and Rogue is one of my favorite X-Men characters, but unfortunately I do have a few more I guess you could say gripes with this one than I do the Pyro figure. It's not anything terrible, but I guess it's just some little things. But anyway, you can see I'm gonna let it go a full 360. You can see the figure, and I'll bring it up close. We'll do the same thing. We'll talk about articulation and then the paint. So let's go ahead and stop the wheel and pull her off. So let's do the articulation first. Now, let's start from the head, go down. So she can't really look down because of her scarf here, so there's that. As far as looking up, she can look up about that high before again she's stopped by her scarf right there. And wait, before I move on, if you wanted to, like, pop that off, you can take her scarf off. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but she still can't really look down, so it must be how they sculpted her neck. And the up is a little better, but still not the best, so let's put this back on. And actually the scarf, it looks really nice. I like how it's sculpted. It's very simple, but it's still nice. So let's go ahead and put that back on her. Now arms, she can go into a full T pose. No bicep swivel. Where's that? She has single jointed, well, single, whatever it's called. My bad. What is it? Dang. I just said it earlier. Okay, anyway. She can move it 90 degrees. So that's nice. She has a little bit of upper torso swivel. Not too much ab crunch. But most Marvel Legends female figures don't have that much. She can go back pretty far, which looks kind of weird. Legs, she can stick it out like that much, and it's hindered by her skirt. She can't really move back. She does have a thigh swivel. She has single jointed knees. Yeah, it's single joint. No boot cut. Her ankles hinge. Let's focus that. Down about that far. Up far. And she does have an ankle pivot. Now, let's talk about the paint on this figure. And I think that's kind of where I'm a little disappointed. So first let's start with all the X's. So you can see here on her belt, the green paint on mine is misaligned with the molded X on her belt. So that's kind of disappointing. Let's see. And again on her shoulder, some paint's kind of chipped off. So that's also a little disappointing. And it's kind of chipped off on this side as well. Let's see. I guess it's mostly just paint things. And if anyone can like leave me a comment about when Rogue wore this green suit, because I don't really remember seeing her in a green suit. It was probably in a comic that I have not read. So if anyone knows, be sure to leave that comment, please, and thank you. So yeah, I guess all the minor gripes I have about this Rogue figure is the paint, like some missing paint. But as far as the costume itself, the green and the white, they contrast nicely. I think it looks really good. Alright, so let's get her up here. Standing. Let's go ahead and measure her real quick. So Rogue is right about 6 inches. So yeah, she's right. Well, actually, let me do that again. She's like a tad below 6 inches, but I think it's a pretty good height. Now, like I said, I haven't seen Rogue in this costume, but I am looking forward to when they release the retro Rogue, which is the Rogue with the costume from the 90s. And I'll be sure to pick that up and review it, because that's one of my favorite versions of Rogue. But I'm still happy to have this one in my collection. But that's all for Rogue. And let's pull Pyro out one more time so we can see both of the figures. Alright guys, as you can see, we have both of the figures out one more time, and I'm very happy to have this 2-pack. I was very excited to get it, and I'm gonna individually rate each of these figures. So I'll start with Pyro because I'm not sure if there's been a Pyro Marvel Legends figure. I haven't personally seen one, but I really like how they made him. I think it looks really cool. So I will give the Pyro an 8 out of 10. And the Rogue, I still like it, but I feel like I would like the 90s one more, but I would still give the Rogue probably the same rating, 8 out of 10. And that's gonna conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and if you want to, subscribe for more of my videos. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.